Welcome once again to the Vintage Gaming Hut. This is episode 5 of Dark Queen of Krynn, Longplay. It's been a little while, so I'm a little on the rusty side, but I had to sort of go through some save games and figure out where I left off. But we are currently at the Hamlet of Hizden. We just got out of the hell that was Salost, I think it was called, the underwater realm. And enough said. We've trained, leveled up, memorized spells. Thanks for joining us again, by the way. Good to have you here. It's been too long since I've done this, so this is something I feel like I need to go through the motions with, and do more often. So, what we're gonna do is, I don't know. We're basically getting out of here. I might go to 13 to see if I've done that already. Talk to some guy, but we're basically heading to the Luminari Lighthouse, and I actually attempted to do this a few months ago. I got really wasted and tried to do this video. And as usual, I did like everything wrong. So, and I know why I did it wrong. So there's something I want to show you going into this. I keep falling for this, and they set you up every time. It's designed to make you get trapped in these levels as long as possible. So, like my last video, hopefully episode 4, hopefully you can like learn from my mistakes. But the point is really I would rather show you. I would rather point those out ahead of time and like avoid them. But I haven't played this in a goddamn long time, so so I keep making those mistakes. Well, there it is. We're going to head over to, we just got out of the inn. We're going to location 13, and then we're going to head out to the lighthouse. So here we go. Onward bound, as they would say. Let's see. I am. See, east. Okay. So I gotta go north. Fish market. Kind of see my destination. The bait shop smells strongly of fish. Hooks and nets line the walls. You don't look like fishermen. Who sent you? Lysian. What? I cannot believe you. Do you give him the Krellicon? Krellicon is something that the sea elf king guy, I think, gave you, or sea elf, somebody, so you could breathe underwater. Yeah, why not? Ezra's eyes open wide as he gently takes the shell from you. He holds the Krellicon to his ear and smiles sadly. It has been too long since I've heard my father's voice. As the shell crumbles to dust, Ezra continues. We children of the sea are a solitary lot, and I am ill-informed in the ways of the world, but I can give you some advice. This is recorded as Journal Entry 37. Journal Entry 37. Travel north, my friends, and soon you will come upon an ancient lighthouse. For eons the light has guided sailors through the dangerous shoals of the tide run. Legend has it that the tower is deserted except for whatever magic keeps it glowing. But I know there is a keeper, and his wisdom is profound. Seek his aid, and you will richly be rewarded. But be warned, strangers are not welcome in the ancient tower, and reaching its pinnacle may prove to be a dangerous task. Good luck, champions. May your quest be fruitful, but beware. You are a stranger to the ways of Taladis. All may not be what it seems. As you leave, Ezra stares solemnly across the sea. All right. That's all I needed. I'm out of here. As we get out of the hamlet. I remember, like, whoop, what's going on? The calm is broken by a piercing scream of horror. Dragons are raiding the town. Flee for your lives. Townsfolk are being attacked. Do you go to their aid? Yeah. We have found the landworms that have ruined our plan. We will avenge our lost comrades. Okay, so, like, sea people are pissed off. Ocean people, whatever. Sea elves? It was like a faction of sea elves that we pissed off. Okay. But they have dragons? I mean, they had sea dragons. Interesting. We shall see. Okay. Well, I'm not going to mess around. We're not underwater anymore, so we can cast fireballs on. Beware. Let's see. Now, outdoors, I gotta remember how to do this. Outdoors, 1, 2, 3, 4. Indoors, the radius is going to be even like 1 square wider, so I'm not going to take a chance. Let's say 5 away. See if I'm right. Yeah. Amphi-dragon? Alright. And I just realized my volume is on the microphone. So I'm just going to remedy that real quick. Like I was reading in one of your comments that the sound was too loud of the game and the microphone was too quiet. So, you know, I'm always paying attention to your suggestions. All right, I'll take care of that. Take care of that later. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. remember, it's really only worth taking the gems. Steel just weighs you down, and you can get more for the gems when you really need it. You know, a bunch of items you don't really need. Just leave a bunch of weapons on the floor, on the ground. Okay, you're welcome. Oh, now they thank us. Guards congratulate you as you leave. Thank you, heroes. May Miss Lexia reward your deed. Kind of a dorky sounding voice. I do try to do a little voice acting, just to have some fun with this. Because there's just so much that's built into the game, and then you've got the journal. So maybe it's, I don't know, a little over the top, but I don't care. It's all part of the fun for me. So here we're at the Hamlet, and here's Lighthouse. So head into that damn lighthouse. Oh, man. You glimpse the lighthouse tower of Luminari. Do you approach the tower? Yes. Now, we should be like, you are standing on a stone porch outside the great lighthouse tower of Luminari. The roar of the surf is loud in your ears. Above the large iron door float sharp, fiery letters. Go away. Can't see the area. So you don't actually like get a map of the outside, I guess. But that's the door. So you can rest here if you want. But we've already done that. So the door clangs shut behind you with a heavy, ominous echo. In the dim light, you see the blasted remains of stone walls, all but covered with 100 years of cobwebs, dust, and mold. So straight staircase. All right, so we're at level 1. It's weird. I thought this is where the confusion runs in, because you know the natural temptation, I guess, is that you want to climb to level 2, level 3 from level 1, and you want to avoid the lower reaches because like you just kind of assume it's pointless, and it kind of is, but it's not, and I'll tell you why. Because there's something down in there you need to do. I forget. You need to go down there. You might as well get it over with, is my point. Here you can see location 2. You're going to fall through the floor. So it's, again, you're you know, your natural instinct is to avoid falling through the damn floor. I've got a map. It's going to give me an advantage. But no, you do want to fall to the floor because there's stuff down there you need. It'll make sense. It's better, trust me, get it over with rather than getting all the way up to level 8 and then finding out, oh, there's something down there I actually needed. So saves you a lot of trouble. My last video was like 5 or 6 hours long, and I just got ticked off and realized I just would rather redo everything. I wouldn't say this is an easy level. This game in general is, I wouldn't say it's easy, but you know, we've got the map. We kind of have a better idea of what we're doing now. So yeah. And here we go. So, objective 1, fall through the floor. Okay. Remember how to do this. So, where the heck am I? So I'm not where I thought I was. God damn, that is so weird. So I was wrong. I wasn't on level 1, I guess. South. I'm trying to get my bearings here. I'm facing south. That's where I came in. First deep? This is so weird. Heavy iron door of the tower. And I'm looking north. Oh. No? I'm thinking, because we're not in the freaking lower reaches. Okay. And okay, we were on level 1. Jesus. Okay. Maybe this is a huge, and we head for this floor. Or this pit that you can't see because it's an illusion. Now, before we purposely fall through that floor, because that's what you want to do, there's just something down there you need to go through before you climb to the upper reaches of the tower. So cast protection spells. Just don't worry about it. Using up spells. Cast them all. Andrea is going to have, it's going to cast haste actually. She's going to cast Fire Shield. She's going to cast Iron Skin. These things will all make a huge difference. Nori is a thief. Of course, she doesn't have spells. Fire Shield. None of these guys have mirror image. Alrighty. What the hell? That doesn't do anything, but against these guys. Alright. You note the poor quality of the illusion that hides a gaping hole in the floor. And you realize you just stepped into thin air and you all tumble down into a dark pit. You all take. After a long fall, you land hard on something soft, squishy, and foul smelling. Everybody takes damage. You are immediately aware of the stench of whatever slimy stuff it is you landed on. Then you begin to notice your surroundings. This is recorded as Journal Entry 32. The foul cavern is covered with mounds of filth, decay, and rotting corpses. Some of the corpses are those of enormous spiders and huge bats. Others are of humanoid form. The stench is overwhelming. Torn and rotting flesh is mixed with something even fouler. The only illumination is a pale green light, which comes from all around you. By the light of this hideous glow, you suddenly see forms rising from the mounds of filth. Great Otiog rise from the filth to attack you. Immense purple worms slither towards you. Huge beetles seem to come out of the very earth itself. You are surrounded by hideous foes. And this is going to be a bit tedious because they all get advantage and most of them get to go first. At least now we've got a little bit of an edge. Yes. Hopefully it won't play out like it did last time. This will probably be the longest part of the video, so if you need to go to the bathroom, grab a snack, grab a beer. You might just need a beer to get through this. And as you probably notice, I've got the combat settings on the lowest settings because I think they just poured too much goddamn combat into this game. I mean, I realize that's kind of the point of playing these, but at the same time, it's, for me, it's just, I'd rather bypass that as much as possible. I've even tried to edit it out of some of these videos. Because there's just too much goddamn combat. You know, I want the story. I want you know, looking at maps and trying to figure stuff out. That's all cool. That's fun. And some of the combat is really engaging, but like a lot of it's just filler, random encounters and crap like this that you got to weed through. Yeah. So. But, you know, when I was a kid, I was on the edge of my seat, you know, playing Pool of Radiance. Like every single combat. So we actually get a turn. Ouch. Wizard seems to get attacked no matter what. I just set her on automatic. She's pretty good with that thing. Okay. So we went pretty much an entire turn. Well, it was just their turn. Now it is ours. And we're not going to mess around. Huh. Just wondering if it's better to vision thing. It's a little too close. It's just at a bad angle too. Screw it. The beauty part is if you can survive those lower reaches, then you can just go back to level 1 and go outside and rest. Ooh, did not see that. Trying to get her. Well, shoot. Thought she had a fireball. Let's see what she can do here. Can't hit very many of them that angle, but the ones we do hit. Like I said, long and tedious battle. But this is Longplay, yo. Ow. Those things are poisonous, so watch out for those. You know, I don't like that they keep coming after my wizard, so I move in and protect him at all costs. All costs. I'm wondering. The next good place to put a fireball is going to be over there. I don't want him to move too much. I could actually do with some healing, but get rid of these things. Ugh. I think it was well placed. You got to watch it with those. So, you know, we're, I think, about getting close to the halfway point of getting through this hell. That haste spell works to our advantage. Oh, be careful. Ah. She spots that thing, or gets a sense, and says, you know what? That is like a 50-50 chance on that spell, I think. Depending on, maybe, I don't know, maybe not, depending on how powerful your wizard is. There's another one. Shoot. Thought we had more fireballs for some reason. Really need to do something about that worm, so he's gonna get brave. and cast Cone of Cold. She's going to try to take these things out. That one in particular. That should take care of 3 of them, hopefully. Not harm Nimbus. That spell doesn't always work like I expect it to. So at this point, I'm just going to set my fighters on automatic berserker mode. Just let them hit whatever they can, whenever they can. Oh! So we gotta patch somebody up. He's just throwing out spells whenever he can. Doesn't quite line up, but hey. Maybe. Yes. So to make sure we patched up our whoever got wounded. I think it was Shalindria? I don't know. So we got through that hell. I think we got through it. Whoa. Hello. Take a look at what's down here. 42, 42 and 44. That's where we fall, 42. Escape to location 45. Do we really want to do that? Sure, why not? Okay. I goofed and I quit the game, but I saved it. So I think I'm good. I think. Climb to the top. Which is what I should have done in the first place. Climb out of it. Oh, thank God he saved. So now we're on the first level at 45. Want to avoid 2. Is there anything interesting here? Because we got 46, 48, and 47. I don't care about the secret teleporters. Maybe I do. A destroyed staircase. So what is the one I want again? A teleporter. Whatever, game. Whatever. Step through. What in the heck did I do wrong? Okay, so now I am here. Leave it alone. It's just going to attack you. Go outside and freaking rest. So I think you can. I really thought there was a point to that, but yeah, I guess not. Destroyed staircase. So, that's the riddle of this place. And if you screw that up, well, you have to go through it again. Sorry. Well, we gotta fall through the pit again, because I messed up. Like, actually read the hint book. Don't do what I did. Because you gotta... Alright, we'll land at 42. Right? Oh, here we go again. Okay, so we could probably edit that. Man, okay. This game wants to put you through hell. It really does. It's designed specifically. You gotta fight some hydras. Otherwise, I assume you can't get past this point. How in the heck do you get out of this? Oh, I know. Whoa. Somebody should have cast Fireball. Somebody will cast Fireball. Knowing what I know about this game, I just... would like to have 3 wizards. Like way over there. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. It's a bit of a waste, but whatever. No. Head west. Because you want to go through there. You want to avoid the teleporters. What the heck is that 48? Secret teleporter. Step to this location, then turn around. This thing just spins you around. See? West. South. West. Interesting. Okay. Because you're wanting to find this guy, Bastillion or whatever his name is. Bits of wood and metal surround a gaping hole in the floor on your left. It looks like this might be the remains of a gnomish device. This is your whole reason for wanting to fall through the pit and go through. Because that location transports you to all the way to level 11. Location 51. There's the pit again. I don't even know if I'm doing this right anymore. $51. God. All right. Just to make sure I'm doing this right. So you can rest in here. And 40. I hope this works. This is quite obviously a wizard's laboratory. Though more disheveled than most, and before you stands the unlikely looking wizard himself. He is standing at an old battered workbench, staring at a model of the lighthouse tower. The light in the model is slowly turning. The tiny waves lap at its feet. Next to the tower is a small whirling vortex of energy. He continues working, ignoring you completely. What do you do? Yes, hint book. What do I do? Doesn't tell you what to do. Wait patiently. He stares intently at the two small models and mumbles under his breath. Be interesting to attack him, but I'm not going to do that. Knock on the inside of the door. Scream and shout. He looks up from his work and frowns. Well, it's so hard to get any peace these days. I am Fastilian, and I suppose you want to ask me questions, or some such nonsense. Well, here you are, and it can't be helped. You might as well tell me what you want. The wizard scowls at you. Tell him to not be so rude. Tempting? Explain your mission. Fastilian becomes suddenly attentive. When you finish your story, he talks to you in animated tones. This is recorded as journal entry 10. Well then, I suppose it's a good thing you came after all. There's evil at work in Thenor to the south, you know. Or I suppose you don't know, and that's why you're here, isn't it? Well, yes, there's evil at work in Thenor, and Trandanir is probably behind it. He's sworn to conquer all Taladis, actually. Never was a nice guy, that Trandomir. The Draconians are up to no good, and Thinol's involved, no doubt about it. The Huldra folk might help. Probably would, in fact. You can find them to the east of Triloman, but the price is high. The price is always high, and you ought to go find the Oracle of Tengir in the tombs of Christophan. You can't beat the Oracle for a good augury, and that's what you need, most likely, a good augury. I had the keys to the inner chambers of the tombs here somewhere. Somewhere. As he speaks, Fastilian searches through piles of magical implements and assorted junk. Ah, yes, here they are. I never can remember which one is which, though. He hands you 2 keys. One is heavy and rusted. The other is small and gold. Then he continues speaking. This is recorded as journal entry 46. How convoluted is this? One of those opens the inner chambers of the tombs. That should help. He glances down at his models and seems lost in thought. Then he looks up. I did notice that you've been fighting beholders. I can see signs of it on your armor. There weren't supposed to be evil things in my tower. The Gorgons are supposed to keep them out. I bet they were working with the beholders, weren't they? I should really get around to training them. Oh, well, time flies. We haven't fought any beholders yet in this level, you fool. Well, I have to get back to work now. You can go out by the north door. Indeed. And then you work your way down the tower? Is that how it works? Well, I guess there's no point in coming back up here after all that. All right, fine. Fastilian's laboratory is a disaster area. Books are piled everywhere. Many are torn or burned. Bits of shattered glass have been swept into one corner, and the wizard throws things about as he continues his work. Best leave him to it. Interesting. How do I get out of here? Oh, don't tell me I have to fall in the damn pit again. No. I think there's like a one-way door into here. So you have to fall in the pit. That's so weird. Why would I want to fall in the pit again? This level is all about you have to go in the pit. Okay. Admire the strange gnomish debris. Grab for the edge of the floor. Fall stoically. Well, we must fall. Scream and fall. Ah! Grab for the edge of the floor. It's too late. Nope. You get to go in the pit again. Oh, God. And we're in the pit again. Very strange indeed. All right, guys. All right, you know. Okay. All I'm going to say about this is if you want to torture yourself with this level, you can. It's just all you have to do is when you fall down to, I think, yeah, here, and you have that big battle. All you really need to worry about is getting to the first level. Coming down here, here's the secret teleporter. You go see the wizard guy. You know, he gives you the 2 keys to the inner chambers, and you can get the hell out of there. You don't. If you want to explore this level, go ahead. It's frustrating. You get to fight some golems. It's I don't know. Not my favorite level, so that's the easy part. You fall down. You find the secret teleporter down at 50 on the first level. Go through that. Fall again. And get out. So that's all you have to do. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now. Because damn it, I'm so out of this place. I think it's here. No? Oh, you have to go back. Okay. Climb to the top. Climb out. Because the staircase is broken, so you can't get up there anyway. Okay. And then I think the staircase is not broken here. Is it? Or destroyed staircase. How the heck do you climb out of there? Oh, that can't be right. I'm just having trouble believing that. Now, where the heck am I? Facing west. South. This is frustrating. Facing west? Facing west. I don't know what the hell I am. West. Okay then. So if I go south. That's what I don't want to do. So you're telling me. Yeah, I know that staircase is not good. South. Alright. Head east. This one immediately turns you around, so turn around to keep going west. Ah, how do you get out of here? A teleporter to location 5. Is okay. Huge edit on this. You need. The fuck is location? Oh. All right. So the wizard part is interesting, but just move on. Next, we're going to Christophan, and if I remember right, this is pretty interesting. I don't want to spoil too much here. Yeah, it's a Minotaur city. I think, like, so you have the keys to now to go to the lower tombs. If I don't, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna have to backtrack. Fuck. So, you know. All right, so yeah, and then like as far as like where it's at on the map, Christopher. All right, so you're up here. You're just crossing the water, and you're gonna go down here. But that I am going to save for the next episode. So right now, just like, you know, not trying to travel anywhere. Save the game and call it good. We've got like, you know, one character we can train. So that concludes our episode for the Luminari Lighthouse level. What is this? Part 5 or 6? I don't know anymore. Thanks again for stopping by the Vintage Gaming Hut. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did, and hope you'll stop by again for our next episode, continuing to the capital city of Christophan. Minotaurs, dragon attacks, undead, you'll love it. Until next time.